All right, we are live. So, good evening, a very, very warm welcome to all of you. Dear Anupama, Purnima, and Seema. And I'm Arshia Seth, as you all know, life transformation and enhancement and empowerment coach, and the facilitator of change, hardcore adventurist, upcoming author, and lot of other things, hardcore and a dancer and a biker and a lot of other things, So I can just go on talking about myself. But here today, we are talking about consciousness. Why should one use, or rather first choose, and then use the tools of consciousness? What shift can it bring about? So all of you have done a few courses in consciousness, starting from the Money Synergy program. And then each of those programs, the shifts that they brought in your lives, one by one after the other. And sometimes maybe a lot of shifts altogether. Like, for example, Anupama, you have a brilliant experience of, four unexpected sources that created money that you went on and further chose. So we would like to hear from you, Anupama. Please go.
Sure. Thanks, Arshia. So first, gratitude to Arshia for introducing me and even my family to Money Synergy, to Access, to Foundation. And I think it just went very organically from one step to the other. I first got introduced to Access Bars last year in Delhi through another facilitator, Namita, and I fell in love with it totally. And I think the biggest change for me was when I saw energetically how it brought shifts in my young children, like just 2-year-old and 7-year-old. And now here with Arshia, I hopped on to the Money Synergy too. And the interesting thing was that my sister was doing this course and she said that, it's very, very good, do it. And I first said, okay, let's see how I will be able to manage with my office schedule. And I think it was such a great decision to do this course. And the shifts that it brought was I started using the tools that were shared in the Money Synergy class for day-to-day experiences. So from just I need something, like I want something and I'm wondering like, okay, how to go about it. I just ran the tools and I see the magic happen. And then I used this tool when I wanted to do the foundation course, and the only reason I was not doing it was because I was thinking I don't have the money. I told Arshia, and we got on a call and she ran some tools with me, and it was unbelievable. Magically, next day I got funds from 4 different sources, and I did the foundation course with Arshia, and it was literally life changing. Like I can see the changes and the shifts in our lives every day, even now. But yeah, that is there. And then Money Synergy is another tool in Money Synergy is what the different clearing statements that we get. I have applied it in our office as well. We had this big sale
Go about it. I just ran the tools and I see the magic happen.
And I used these tools and saw the magic in how the sale shifted. It was brilliant. So yeah, so I think just go for it. I would say that believe in these tools. They are amazing, and you just have to try it to see the magic. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one question here. Thank you
Sure.
so much, Anupama, for this beautiful account of magical changes, and that's what the call is all about, the magical changes.
Yeah.
And it's like, we have been entrained into this reality. Seeing is believing, right? We generally go by that. Like, okay, I have to see, I have to try, and then only will I believe it.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
The beauty of consciousness is you choose consciousness.
Yeah.
And the ripple effects of the changes and the magic begins to show up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm going to ask you, what attracted you to consciousness? I mean, whether it is Money Synergy or Access Bars or
Yeah.
Access the Foundation.
Yeah.
What was that first thing that attracted you to, okay, I must go for this?
Yeah, I think the magic about Access is the power of possibilities. I think it just shows you that there's endless possibilities, and we are the limiting factors. Whether it's our judgments about money, about whatever thoughts we have, it just blows your mind away that everything is right there for you to choose. It's your choice
Correct.
whether you have chosen that or not. And I think that reality and that awareness was amazing for me. And that was like, yes, this is what, this consciousness is what is needed, you know.
Correct, because what I say to everyone who is whether choosing or not choosing is, listen, whatever your age, I tell that person, whatever your age, if you could solve any problem using your mind, you would have done by now. Correct. So how
Correct.
consciousness introduces a different possibility, right, Purnima? I think Purnima was the first one to jump in on the
Correct.
Money Synergy 10-day program. So basically, I'll just give a little brief thing about Money Synergy. Money
Sure.
Synergy is a 10-day program, and it brings you to this vibrational frequency of money when a lot of people have complaints about having no money, or money comes and as soon as it comes it goes away, and the money gets spent out very fast, and we are, by the end of the month, we are not left with any money. Basically anything and everything to in relation with scarcity or lack of money, so I would ask Purnima how it shifted that vibration of scarcity and lack to abundance, that you went on choosing the other programs as well before even completing Money Synergy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Money Synergy shifted so many things. I mean, in so many dimensions, and Money Synergy for me was the first ever, experience with Access Consciousness, and I think it just blew me away. In fact, the funny thing is that Anupama had told me, because she's been into Access Bars, she's learned
Correct.
about it before. So she had told me that Ashia is doing this course, you must join it. And so, I said, okay, why not? So I joined your course, this 10-day program. And the moment, like the first or the second day was over, he was telling Anu that, just go for it. You don't even think about it, because a lot of things
You
shifted for me.
You pulled her into the program.
I pulled her into the program, and then somehow, she also managed to join in. And
Correct.
yeah, I mean, so many things shifted for me, like how we buy into other people's judgment and how we buy into other people's belief. And for me, that was a big revelation, because, all my life, I think that's what I've been doing.
And block our money, buying into other people's point of views
Correct.
and beliefs, and block our all our money receiving and money inflows. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it made me so confident about, the other areas that I want to enter. And, I have been like pulling myself away from it, because I've been, doubting, or I've been having these doubts about money, and, whether even I can start or be an entrepreneur. But after this program, I have started taking like the right steps. Like I'm making a lot of progress towards achieving that dream in the next couple of months.
Wow.
And I'm going to
Wow.
launch something very soon. Probably before the end of this year, it's going to get launched. And during the program
Brilliant.
itself, yeah, when you told us about Access Bars and then the foundation post coming up, that was again a time when, I was just thinking that, because right now I'm not working. So, I'm kind of dependent on my savings. So I was just wondering, do I have enough to pay for this foundation? But I really wanted to do it, really. And so I used the tools that you had shared in the,
Money Synergy.
during the program itself. And by magic, some mutual fund which I had invested in and forgotten about landed in my account. And I look in my account, suddenly there's like a lot of money there. I was like, what the hell is happening? As though the universe listened to me when I was saying I need money. not I need, but I want money right now. And so yeah, I mean, so a lot of things shifted for me in terms of money. And then I've been looking for jobs, as and nothing has been coming for the last 1.5 months. But during the Money Synergy program, at least the windows, I would say, the doors to opportunity started opening up, because I
For
started
the
getting
job.
calls from
For the
recruiters
job.
for the
Wow.
job. So
Wow.
I feel like a lot of beliefs for me has shifted. I don't perceive or view money as something wrong or bad that I used to before. And money
Money
can
is a
be
evil. No more. No more a evil.
no more. In fact, it's a lot of fun. It's a
It's
lot
a
of fun,
lot of
and
fun. And
yeah,
can I just interrupt you, Purnima? One thing here is, you know what the beauty of the program is? A lot of people have this point of view that money is an evil and they're not even aware of it. Isn't
correct.
that crazy? Isn't that just
Yeah,
mind blowing? Why?
yeah,
Because mentally, I'm asking for money every day. I want money, I need money. I want money, I need money. Right? So I am
correct.
asking for money every day. How can I denote money as evil? Logical question. But that's
Right.
exactly what we are talking about. Consciousness is all about magic, which is beyond logic.
Yes.
So all of that you guys are sharing, how. So you guys, if I may remember, you had enrolled yourselves for 10-day program of Money Synergy, right? Nothing beyond that.
Nothing beyond that.
Yeah.
Nothing beyond that. Yes. Yeah.
But then how that Money Synergy program brought one change after the other, that you went on choosing further.
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
And it seemed
What
very natural. It was like a natural flow. So from
Very
Money Synergy
organic.
to Access
Yeah.
Bars, organic, very organic, like from Access Bars to Foundation, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of keeping your mind aside and choosing consciousness. Isn't it? Isn't it amazing? Like because we are great planners, great decision makers, and amazing thinkers. And all of these things include your mind. I have coined a term, rather, I watched it in one of these, I think Disney Hotstar movie, some movie. And anytime when your mind comes, I would also want to share this tool with everyone out there, with all our viewers who are right now watching the FB Live or maybe seeing it later. Anytime when you go into your mental space, thinking space, whether to choose this or to not choose this, just say Silenzio Bruno.
Silenzio Bruno.
Silenzio Bruno. In Italian, it means quiet.
Oh, nice.
So actually, you are asking your mind to be quiet.
Yeah.
But it's your mind chatter. It's your mental chatter which does not allow you to choose in life.
Correct.
Believe me, when a lot of people want to make a choice, there are two major things which do not allow them to make the choice of, doing bars or Money Synergy program or foundation. And those two things are invented by their mind. One is lack of time. Second is lack of money.
Mm-hmm.
And now if I were to ask you guys were working. Anupama had her office going every single day.
Correct.
Did you have any problem doing the classes simultaneously or anything? Yeah?
No problem at all. In fact, magically or whatever, like after work, I was doing the classes and I was not tired. I was enjoying it. I was looking forward to it. And I didn't miss any of the foundation classes or anything at all. And, the theory or practical, it was just like joy and ease, with ease and joy. I was able
Correct.
to, yeah.
So here I would bring in one thing: when you choose consciousness and when you choose joy, ease, and glory, the universe starts working with you and make everything available and joyous and ease for you. Like I have a lot of people saying, oh no, we have our office going, we have our normal 8 hours, 9 hours of office going. You had that, Anupama, you had that going, right? And
Did
how easily, and plus 2 kids, rather
plus
3 kids
kids.
at home, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
How beautifully, and parents as well, right?
as well.
And with all of those things, like I also said, please include your kids in the classes, yeah, because as if by magic, their vibrations, their vibrational frequencies will change.
Correct.
They were not sitting in the class; they were having their fun, making their noises or whatever, engaging in their games and play, whatever they were doing. But then, would you like to share something, the changes that you see in your kids by you choosing consciousness? Who would like to go first?
Yeah, I can go first because
Yeah.
I have been using I've been using clearing statements of access a lot, and I've been
Hmm.
modifying them as per my requirement, and I've just seen the magic happen. So both Purnima's son and my elder daughter,
Good
they
evening.
get
A very,
distracted
very warm
easily.
welcome to all of.
So
I'm
they
sorry.
get distracted very easily. So homework they start doing, and then their mind is all over the place. So I've been just using clearing statements that anything that brings about that distraction to and anything that doesn't allow them to focus on what they are doing at that, with they choose to uncreate it all, then yes, followed by the access statement, and it has immediately it has brought a change. Like this was like Purnima's son, I was helping him do some homework. He was saying, I can't write 10 sentences, I can't write 12, it's too much. And then like after 1 or 2 sentences, when I did this, mentally I was doing that. And before he knew it, he has done 15 sentences. And he was like, wow,
Wow.
I've done 15 sentences. I really enjoyed this. Oh
So
my
how
God.
beautifully the child surprised himself. How
Yeah,
could I do it? How
yeah,
could I do it?
exactly.
So,
And my daughter as well, it was the same thing when she was doing her work, and then before she knew it, she has finished it. So I mean, they were so happy with that. So yeah.
it's so surprising that, as if you are just peeling off the layers,
Yeah.
the child, because see, children also learn to think and operate out of the mind from parents. Children will actually mimic and do anything and everything that you show to them, because you are the live example for them, right? So
Yeah.
so the child was thinking, oh, I know, I can't do it, correct? And the moment you ran that clearing statement, that process for him, he could write 15 lines, that he
Yeah.
surprised himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the beauty of consciousness. This is the beauty of using the tools of consciousness, that you will surprise yourself beyond what you have imagined possible. If I may just take my own example, which I have not really shared on any live calls as of now. It's been 9 years with Access Consciousness, facilitating classes and all. And I remember when the first year itself, when I did my bars and foundation, so many gifts opened up for me. And I literally surprised myself. From example, one example that you all know I've shared with you is I started sculpting my own Ganesha.
Correct.
And
Yes, you told.
I literally was in awe of it, Purnima. Seriously, because you are an artist, so you would know you are a drawing, or you're painter, right, Purnima? You're an artist
Painting
yourself.
and graphite both. Watercolor and
Sketching,
yeah.
watercolor
Sketching
and
as well as
sketching, right?
yes, yes.
Correct. So I surprised, oh my God, when that the Ganesha idol came in front of me, with colors and all the embellishments done, I literally pinched myself. Really? I made this. And not only that, I discovered another gift of mine. I can ride a bike, an Enfield. An Enfield, Royal Enfield bike is 250 kgs of weight, or rather more. And my father was like, are you mad? Look at your weight. You must be like 50, 55, and you're going to ride 150 kg bike. It's so heavy, blah, blah, blah. And, generally the point of views that come from, I said, yes, my dad, I don't have to lift the bike. I have to ride the bike. So, and Likewise, I also discovered my body showed me. So when you are choosing consciousness, the way your body opens up, the way you're receiving with body and every area of your life opens up, it is magical and phenomenal. I didn't know I had a skill of doing acro yoga, aerial yoga. Well, formally, I have not learned any of this in this lifetime.
Wow.
So I have had so many surprises after choosing consciousness, as if all those gifts and talents and capacities that one has, not only from this lifetime, but different lifetimes, across lifetimes, it begins to just open up. That is the magic I have seen.
In fact, I want to add one thing here that so I've always been like a full-time employee in any company that I work for, right? So
correct.
Now after this, the foundation and all the programs that I did, now I've been getting calls from people who have been asking me, would you work for us as a consultant on your own time?
And freelancer.
Of course, it'll be like a long duration project. We keep increasing the timelines.
Okay.
And honestly, for the first time, I started thinking about it. It's, because that might actually free up a lot of my time to do my entrepreneurship as well. So I need a balance, and I never thought of being a consultant. And now I have like really started thinking about it. I used to always, whenever people used to ask me, do you want to be a consultant? I used to always say, no, full-time employee, PF milega.
Now you're correct. Now you're contemplating. But can I just bring a little intervention here, Purnima?
Yes.
Instead of thinking, would you like to ask questions? If I choose to be a consultant, will it be a contribution to me, my life, my career? That's it.
Great question.
So, yes. Silenzio Bruno. Because that thinking is coming from the mind.
Yes.
Yeah. And correct. So silence the mind first, Silenzio Bruno, and then ask, if I choose this, what would my life be like a year from now, 3 years from now, and 5 years from now?
5 years from now.
Cool? Asking questions.
Perfect. Yes, asking questions, yes.
Awesome.
Which opens up so much more possibilities and choices.
Absolutely. Thank you, Seema, for being so patient with us while we are just going on. Sorry. Can you please unmute yourself and share your experience or the life changes, the magical changes using and choosing consciousness?
Yes, sure. So for me, it's not about just one class or one program with Arsha. It's about the whole thing of working with Arsha since I think it's almost 9 months, or it's about to be a year now.
Yeah.
So, like I have done so many classes in Access Consciousness, and it has definitely brought a huge transformation in my life and in me as a person. So the first thing that just melted like magic was I used to be a very emotional person. And when I did my first Access Bars class, that thing just vanished. And I have never been troubled by emotions after that. So it just went away like magic. So there have been like so many changes. So I would like to talk about what has shifted for me after I started working with Arsha. And thanks to her for giving me this opportunity to express my gratitude in public.
Thanks to you, darling. Yeah.
So, okay, I knew the tools of Access Consciousness. It was like I was just sitting on the tools, not using them. And knowing something and not using is no outcome. So after I came in contact with Arsha and started connecting for her, I started using the tools of Access Consciousness. And my most favorite and go-to tool is being questioned. So I started asking more questions, and I started asking questions about everything in my life that concerns me. So, recently my Amway business license was about to expire because I didn't have preferred customers. So I was creating a write-up for a Joy of Business taster class. And from there, I just got the awareness कि मैं लोगों को तो सिखा रही हूँ कि don't use force and effort in the business, and I am not doing that. So I started asking questions, what will it take for me to add 3 pieces before the end of this month? And you won't believe, the same day, by magic, I added 3 personal customers.
Wow.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
you were part of Money Synergy. Did you see any
Yeah,
change in
yeah,
Money Synergy?
yeah, definitely. I was coming to that. So
Okay.
during Money Synergy, like before Money Synergy, for almost 2-3 months, my sessions were not getting booked. And after 2-3 calls of Money Synergy, my business just opened up and my sessions started getting booked. So that was a huge transformation I received during Money Synergy program. That
Okay.
opened up like
Awesome.
new avenues for my business.
Brilliant. Brilliant. And would you also, so guys, would you also, Money Synergy, as it is very self-explanatory, okay, something to do with money, synergizing yourself, your energies to money. So money is one area which all of you have shared has opened up for all of you, right? Would you also like to share how your body or relationships or any
Yeah.
other area, if there is
Yeah,
any
both.
change that you have seen,
Both areas. Yeah.
So for body, I had taken a session from Ashia. She calls it Magicus. It's a channel energy session that it's her specialty.
Yes.
So I took that session, I think in November, and I asked for more ease with my body. But what I had in my mind that I wanted to get rid of my high cholesterol and high BP, and I just took the session and forgot about it. And after 4-5 months, I noticed that I am having so much ease in my body. All the aches and pains have vanished, and all the small
Cholesterol?
that's there. It's under control.
It's under control now. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
all the like I was coming to this that the chain doesn't show up the way we want it to show up.
Correct. With the way we decide in our head, because that
Yeah.
decision and that expectation is also coming from the mind. Salenzio Bruno.
I stopped having headaches, cold and cough, and acidity.
Wow.
All these things vanished. So that was also having ease with my body that I did not acknowledge before that. Till I asked that question that what is that till I acknowledge I'm having so much ease in the body.
Correct.
And also I was like, once I told Arshia that okay, long story short, like I created some crap in my life in 2017, and after that I stopped showing up, and I even didn't want to look at myself in the mirror. So just 2 months back I told Arsha, you know what, I have started liking myself, and I look at myself, I find myself prettier, so I'm willing to show up now.
Wonderful.
And how does
Amazing.
it get it better than this?
What else is possible? And we have given away 2 more tools here. How does it get any better than this? What else is
And
possible?
one more thing I would like to acknowledge that, I had almost given up on creating a relationship. But and then I was like, I'm creating so much cool stuff in my life, so I can create this also. And I started asking questions, and the possibilities have started showing up. I would say that.
Are you trying to say the guys have started showing up in your life?
Yes.
Wow.
Great.
So amazing. It's like one, वो बोलते हैं ना, एक तीर से बहुत सारे शिकार. It's like that,
Yeah.
So I have seen a lot of relationships. The other participants who shared that the way their relationships with their spouses have changed. Do you remember, guys, the other participants who were on Money Synergy call? And how their relationships with their spouses, their children, their in-laws had shifted already.
They started receiving gifts from their spouses.
Yes,
and surprise gifts.
Surprise gifts, correct. And the intimacy, basically the intimacy quotient had changed so much. I mean, I don't know if you guys have anything to share here, but if there is, please do. And so what I mean to say is the beauty of the program is, or beauty of any of these classes is that it's not only the money area that will shift, it's your body, it's your relationships, it's your creativity, it's your communication, it's your so many other areas of life which will open up along with money and finances.
Yeah. I mean, for me, one of the biggest awareness that's happened also is like, when we were going through the foundation course, and I learned about gaslighting and, entities and other things, so much of it I have invited and accepted in my life. that it has affected me physically, mentally, and that for me was the biggest shift, in terms of how I perceive myself as a individual, as a person, as Purnima Krishnan, the person.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just opened up a lot of possibilities because now I understand that it's an interesting point of view. That's it. And, and how I can kind of send that energy back to them. And I don't need to actually buy into that energy. So a lot is already changing. And like Seema just said, I have started perceiving myself very positively. Because, in terms of my mental states and feeling depressed or anxious, and then having not so great lifestyle, those things have put on like incredible weight in fact, in the last few months. I think probably the heaviest right now. But already, like especially I was the heaviest, but after doing this program, I already feel a bit lighter. And now I'm kind of
Wow.
aware of what's going inside my mouth, like I
Yeah.
really question whether this is going to contribute me or, contribute to my health, to my body, to my life. And then, I'm very, very conscious about what I'm eating or how much I'm eating. Because otherwise it used to be like jo bhi mil jaye. It was all emotional eating for me.
Yeah,
So
emotional binging. Yeah.
yeah,
So
and
Sleep
also in terms
routine,
of
sleep
learning about
routine.
all the yeah, sleep routine has wow, oh yes, that's a big win for me. I
really?
was like a insomniac. I would not sleep the whole night, and I
Wow.
would be awake till 5 in the morning, just watching, you know, things on my phone, or basically just lying down, tossing, turning, not doing anything. And I think I've
Gadget
slept like
binging.
a
Gadget
yeah,
binging, basically.
yeah, and eating and all that, and then uh, in fact, through the program, I slept like a baby, and beyond that as well. And my
Wow.
routine has come back to normal, without any specific measurements from my side. I get up early, and my routine also starts with a bit of meditation, and automatically I'm making these choices because they seem
So
right
you're
to me.
so basically you're changing the choices that you are making in your life right now. Certain
Yes,
choices that you made prior to the classes, the courses that you did, and now the choices that you're making with a lot of awareness and consciousness,
yes, yes, yes.
which are working for you now.
Which is working for me now, and yes, this has happened only through through the program. Yeah. And
Brilliant. That was amazing.
in terms of relationship also, I think things are changing, shifting, because now again, I'm consciously aware of, the points of views. I mean, that's, I think for me was a big shift.
Mm, wow.
Uh, uh, so, now I'm being aware to what's happening, and I don't have to agree. I don't, it's just an interesting point of view when you say that to yourself a lot.
Correct. That
You just start, well,
gaslighting thing, which was big for you during the foundation, and how it brought you, got you so much more present, how
yeah,
people were gaslighting you. That was I feel that was a massive
yeah,
change that you felt during the
that
foundation.
was huge. That was huge, actually. That, I think for me, that was very, very important. I think I needed to
Mm.
see that, hear that, and finally accept that something like that happened, in my life. And now it's all changed, it's shifted, it's moved very positively for me. It's amazing. Yeah.
And now,
But yeah, Nupama.
sorry, no, I was just going to say that even in the office, everyone is asking, like how you're glowing so much, and
Wow.
yeah, like you look so positive and cheerful. So
Glow of consciousness. Glow of consciousness, right?
you're
Yeah.
conscious.
So that's really amazing. And when you see these shifts in your body, like Purnima is sharing, certain inches that she feels she's lost and she feels lighter. You guys feel lighter in your body, or the glow on the face. By doing these classes and using the tools, or even being present, how others were gaslighting you and you were in turn gaslighting yourself.
Yeah.
Well, that was such a revelation in the class. It is such a revelation for all the participants, because something which has been running on an autonomous system, and you are just trying to figure it out using your head, your mind. Okay, why is this happening? Why are people treating me this way? Why am I being treated in such a pathetic manner? Why all this crap in my life? All the whys, 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 whys. The beauty of consciousness is that you have to step out of the whys. Because whys gives you no change in life, but only stories.
Very true.
So the moment you guys stepped out of the why, the picture became very clear. Who is doing what, and how, based on their influence, you are doing that to you and your body.
Yeah.
That was quite a revelation when it just got
Absolutely.
opened up in the foundation.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I think my biggest takeaway is also that these are magical tools that once you learn, but if I mean, you can give these tools to your children, to your family, and they will imbibe it like a natural thing, like it's part of their. So now, like my kids,
No effort.
with no efforts. So like
Correct.
the elder daughter, she's 7-8 years old, but she knows the body process of light and heavy, or choosing
Wow.
whether her body needs it or not. So whether it's a chocolate, or whether it's a choice of a friend, or whatever it is that is in her mind, whatever question she has. So sometimes she does, she will close her eyes and she says body do. So then she can see whether her body is moving forward or backwards. And at least she knows she has a choice. So,
And it is so amazing when you see your children using those tools,
Yeah.
Children choosing consciousness at this young age. Can you even imagine what their adulthood would be like? So we are doing these things. We are adults here. I so wish I was introduced to these tools when I was that young, 7-8 years old.
Correct.
Yeah. Have you ever thought that, guys? I so wish that.
Absolutely.
I think I would have. I think my entire life would have been in a very different direction.
Very different.
I would have been
And
somewhere there, like.
Yeah, and not only that, even like my younger daughter, she's only 3, and she got her access bars run when she was just 2 years old, and there was
Wow.
a lot of trauma attached to her body that just sort of left, or whatever. And without I mean, she absorbed that access energy so beautifully that next day I saw her running bars on her doll. I captured it on video, and
Wow.
and I shared it with my facilitator, and I mean, it's like it's there for everyone to see. The youngest bars facilitator, bars practitioner at 2. And now also, if I tell her that, can you run bars? So she will, immediately she will just put her hands like this, and she'll sit quietly. She will be doing like this for some time. So
isn't it beautiful that
beautiful.
the children don't even go into the thinking, oh, will I be able to learn? They don't even go into the doubt. You just say, please run my bars, and they will start.
Correct.
Because why? Why? I just want to share this. They are tapping into their innate knowing. Their inner GPS has been activated at this young age. I wish mine was activated when I was that young, when I was like 7-8. So the beauty and the thing, when children choose consciousness, you can only imagine how glorious and beautiful adults would they turn out to be.
Yes.
Yeah,
Seriously.
absolutely.
I couldn't completely
When
agree.
you have a choice and you have endless possibilities, what magic can you create?
Correct. And a choice being the greatest, what do you call it? Say a gift that we were not taught. That
Yes.
you have limitless choices in life.
Absolutely.
So I would actually say to all those people who are still dwelling in their head, first, Silenzio Bruno.
Yes.
And then ask question, guys. if I choose this class, if I choose this course, whatever that Anupama and Purnima and Seema have shared, would my life change? What would my life look like, be like, just a year from now? Don't even go to 5 years. So I am just being that invitation. All of us are being that invitation of consciousness, and how so many years of thinking has not really worked for you, because if it was working, it would have solved all your problems. You wouldn't have any problem in any area of your life. Correct, guys?
Correct.
Correct. Yeah.
So is now the time to step out of your mind and beyond your mind and tap into your inner GPS, your consciousness, which is the guiding positioning system. And it is this repertoire of universal knowledge and universal awareness. You know, have you thought over this, guys, that mind has certain files, and the limited information of only coming from those files of this lifetime and different lifetimes that you have lived as human. When you go beyond your mind, when you access the consciousness, the universal consciousness, it is a limitless account of information.
Yeah.
Only if you allow yourself to choose it and use it and
Yes.
operate out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
100%, yes.
So it was such a beautiful conversation, guys. Pata bhi nahi chala, 45 minutes ho gaye. And thank you so much for coming on this platform, Anupama, Purnima, and I think Seema is not able to log in. So Seema also, thank you so much for coming here, sharing your magical stories, your experiences, and how can consciousness be that game changer in your life. You know why? This I say to everyone, because consciousness is not a problem fixing tool. That's the beauty of consciousness. It's not a modality or a therapy that will fix your problem, because problem will go on coming in. You know, one problem would end, probably something else would show up, then something else would show up. But when you shift the consciousness that you're operating out of, the problem doesn't appear problem. You have that plethora of tools handy to use, like Anupama, Purnima, and Seema shared that the tools used and the money came flowing in, the sales of the books went up as if by magic. So when you use consciousness, the magic shows up. Yeah. The only thing which is required is stepping out of your mind and activating, increasing your consciousness and use of that. Yes. Right? Thank you so much, lovelies. Thank you so much, for giving your time here and being the invitation to so many people out there who probably may be watching this FB Live, or maybe will watch it later. But these are the changes when you live them, when it shows up, then it just, rather seeing is believing, what I was saying earlier, makes you believe, yes, when you choose a different way of living life, a pragmatic way of living life, a conscious way of living life, you vibrate in a very different frequency.
Correct.
And you have magic showing up every single day.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much and love you.
Love you too, Asha. And thank you. Before we leave, I just want to give my deep gratitude to Anupama firstly for introducing me to Access. And then a lot of gratitude to you, Asha, for being a fabulous facilitator. I feel like we're connected from another world or whatever it is. I mean, we had an instant connection, and you were syncing up to my energy so beautifully, like both mine and Anup's during the foundation and the different courses. That it was just natural flowing. The entire program where we were talking about it and releasing the energies and everything. It was just so beautiful. So thank you for being the guide and mentor, like a beautiful guide and mentor for us.
Thank you so much.
Really grateful.
But can I just say one thing, Purnima? So that's a beautiful point that you said, Purnima. The effort and struggle from the life is gone. from every area of life. The effort and the struggle that we all are so invested in all the time, that you have to struggle to get money, that you have to struggle, that you have to,
Correct.
all that is gone. Yeah. So thank you for bringing that point. I want to acknowledge one thing here. Girls, ladies, I would have not been able to bring about this change if you were not to choose it.
That's true.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So because you made that choice, you guys were demanding that change. No matter what, I'm going to have change in my life. You demanded, you made choices one after the other, Money Synergy Program, Access Bars, Access Foundation. And here, the transformation is there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So I call it takes two to tango.
It does.
Absolutely.
Yes?
Surprisingly, Anu and I are also in red, Without
Yeah,
deciding.
yeah.
Didn't realize that.
I know you guys are not twinning. I know you guys are not twinning. But it's just the fun and the exuberance and the passion of color red. And
Yeah.
you say, I'm neutralizing here with black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So thank you so much, lovelies. I am really, really, thankful for choosing consciousness, for making that choice. Choice is that first step towards change.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
change, like I always say, and it's a quote for Cheese Push, catalyzing change. Change is just a choice away.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Bye.
Archana.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.